Site here with Dr. Pierre Belanger and Maddie on haptic devices and wearables.
So the whole problem with many of the training system in using virtual reality, there's no sense of touch. So we were thinking of creating a very simple but very effective way of doing touch called proxy haptic. The idea is that we have an object like the mannequin where we can actually use as a way to touch an object, a virtual object, which is you see on the screen, which is what Maddie here, my student, can see. You can have, for example, display anatomy. You can do all the magic you can do in virtual reality. But what it does is when you actually touch in his world, in the virtual world, the virtual object, he actually touch a real object. So what happened is, if he put his hand over the mannequin in the virtual world, he will actually have his hand on the real object, and will, as opposed to the normal virtual world where a hand would sink into the person, in this case, you would actually have a return, if you like, a force that actually doesn't allow you to go through that, a real sense of touch.
So this allows like Maddie to use a real tool like a syringe.
Like a syringe.
So we can ask him to pick up the syringe and maybe give the mannequin a needle.
So for example, Maddie here is using something that doesn't look at all like a syringe in the real world. It's actually a tracker, using a virtual reality tracker, but it has approximately the right shape for a syringe. And then what happened is, Maddie actually, when he actually takes that wand, he actually see not the wand, he actually see a syringe. And then he actually can then learn how to manipulate where to, for example, in case of training for surgery, because that's our goal, how we can actually have different tools that are tracked this way and exchange. For example, if we had another person, we can exchange tools, and there is something real physical that you hold in your hand.